Hello again, everyone. Edwin Lerner back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. I'm going to be talking about Neptune conjunct the midheaven in a natal chart. Now, some of you may remember when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on the aspects in the natal chart. They were a little bit concise. Some people may have referred to them as snappy. So what I decided to do is make another series on them, in which the videos would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. So anyway, first thing up is if you have Neptune conjunct the midheaven in a natal chart, one way it may manifest is there may be tremendous inspiration and idealism, which is Neptune, for career-related matters, which is the midheaven. Now, let's say if the midheaven is in Sagittarius, as an example. Career-related matters may be expressed or going about, I should say, with a lot of exuberance, enthusiasm, optimism. The person may have a career in publishing, advertising, printing press operations, sports, the outdoors, adventure, exploration, foreign travel, college teaching or translation, as some examples. Now, also, too, Neptune conjunct the midheaven may also be expressed in having a livelihood, which is the midheaven, associated with poetry, dancing, photography, chemistry, anesthesiology, spirituality, or the metaphysical, which includes astrology, which is Neptune. Now, the thing is, let's say if the conjunction is in Capricorn, these energy, or if you have a profession in one of those Neptune-related fields that I just mentioned, it may be gone about or flavored with more structure, discipline, consistency, seriousness, concentration, ambition, and responsibility, as an example. Now, also, too, this aspect can indicate having a reputation, which is the midheaven, for being inspirational, idealistic, compassionate, yet at times deceptive and elusive, which is Neptune. And the thing about this aspect as well is that, Neptune-related people, may figure prominently in the success that you attain, which is the midheaven. Now, Neptune-related people covers a number of persons, whether it's people that are in less fortunate situations, such as the homeless, the impoverished, the oppressed, and the hungry. It could be people that were formerly imprisoned or people that are prisoners. It may be those involved in poetry, dancing, photography, chemistry, spirituality, or the metaphysical, as some examples. And let's say if the midheaven is in Aquarius, as an example, that success you attain may be tied in with humanitarian, altruistic endeavors, may be associated with astrology, astronomy, computers, electronics, innovation, aviation, meteorology, or even rocket science. Also, too, Neptune conjunct the midheaven may also manifest in being, idealistic, but yet at times unrealistic, which is Neptune, in matters, connected with social status and stature in life. Keep in mind that conjunctions in astrology are neutral aspects, so they can have good and bad qualities, and so that's why, it could indicate great idealism in that, the success, the social status, stature in life that one may attain, but at times the person may be unrealistic in those matters as well. Now, let's say, for example, if the midheaven, say is in Scorpio, attaining greater social status and stature in life, maybe, the person may be obsessed with doing so. It may be done in a very relentless manner. It could be by being resourceful and resilient, but also may be done, doing something Scorpio-related, whether it's something connected with locksmithing, psychology, the occult, which includes astrology. Some other fields can include embalming, surgery, working as a coroner, working in forensics, investigation, deep research, working with loans or insurance, or recycling as some examples. Now, also, too, when you have this aspect in the natal chart, it could indicate altruistic, compassionate, sacrificing, but yet duplicitous and evasive qualities, even which is Neptune, that may be difficult to suppress, which is the midheaven. Now, could also be, because, keep in mind, again, that conjunctions are neutral aspects. You can have good and bad, qualities in them. So there can be positive Neptune qualities that are difficult to suppress, but also the negative ones as well. And also, too, it could indicate that, people like the dominant parent, which is often the father, older people, and authority figures may exhibit those qualities, or at least you may perceive those people to be that way, whether all being altruistic, compassionate, sacrificing, but yet duplicative and evasive, but may also be, you may see them as being inspirational and idealistic as well. And going speaking of those people, again, the dominant parent, older people, and authority figures, which is midheaven, may play an integral role in the attainment of your dreams and fantasies, which is Neptune. Now, if Neptune, say, for example, is in Sagittarius, those dreams and fantasies may be tied in with publishing, advertising, printing press operation, doing something associated with college teaching, foreign travel, translation, sports, the outdoors, adventure, or exploration as some examples. Now, also, too, there may be much responsibility, which is the midheaven, for those less fortunate than yourself, which is Neptune. Those less fortunate can include the hungry, the homeless, the impoverished, and the oppressed. And now let's say, Neptune, is in Aquarius, those less fortunate than yourself, one or more of those people may actually be an Aquarius sun, moon, or ascendant person, or embody those characteristics. It could be those that are altruistic, selfless, innovative, unorthodox, ingenious, maybe a little bit bizarre, can be rebellious and non-conforming as well. And another thing about this aspect in the natal chart is there may be notoriety and recognition, which is midheaven, attained for doing something connected with film and video, which is Neptune. Now, let's say if you have Neptune in Aquarius as an example, film and video, things you do associated with that may be tied in with astrology or humanitarian, altruistic endeavors, to be something with astronomy, computers, electronics, innovation, as some examples. And another thing, too, about, this aspect is that, you may be, idealistic in matters with your public image and reputation. Idealism, of course, Neptune, midheaven, is the public image and reputation. But in some instances, it can indicate the dissolving or dissipation of this, at times. Keep in mind, the dissolving and dissipation is Neptune. And again, the midheaven is associated with our reputation and public image. Again, when you have conjunctions in astrology, they're neutral aspects. They could go either way. And also, in some cases, I would say, too, there might be some confusion involving, one's livelihood and career ambitions. Confusion, again, is Neptune, midheaven, connected with one's career ambitions, one's livelihood. If the midheaven is in Scorpio, as an example, that livelihood and career ambitions may be tied in, again, with locksmithing, or psychology, or the occult, which includes astrology, something with insurance, loans, embalming, recycling. It could be something that involves some kind of transformation or even empowering others, as some examples, surgery, working as a coroner. And, midheaven and Scorpio can also indicate a lot of passion, desire, and emotional intensity in attaining career-related ambitions. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, everyone is saying, stay well.